Live. What's up, lifers? Welcome back. It's a beautiful day, but we still on lockdown. I wanted to get on here and talk with you guys for a moment. You know, a lot of people are starting to go through a lot of shit now. You know, they're starting to realize some of the freedoms they're losing as far as being able to go sit in a restaurant and have a decent meal with their family, you know, or just going to the shopping center and being able to find certain items. Those things are gone now, you know, so a lot of people are starting to realize, man, I was pretty spoiled, you know. Never thought that things like this would happen. And that's what I want to share with you guys. One of the most important lessons that I learned when I went to prison for 10 years was how much I took for granted. You know, not to just mention that I took my freedom for granted, you know, but just being able to go and make a sandwich, you know, get the items out of my refrigerator and just hook up a sandwich, you know, pour some chips and have a decent lunch, you know, because a lot of these things become important to you when you're doing time. You know, just being able to go inside or outside whenever you want. And you know, stuff like that really got to me. It was one of those things that takes time for you to get used to, and it's either gonna break you or you're gonna step it up, you know, and you're gonna become stronger mentally. But now what's going on today with people is it's hard for them, and they're still kind of holding on to the past, being able to do these certain things that, you know, was pretty much the free world to them. So what I want to tell you guys is this: you have been here before, you have faced situations like this before, and you got through them. Think about it. Remember 9/11? I was locked up during 9/11. And I was in High Desert State Prison, and I remember me and my cellie waking up and turning on the TV, and it was all over the news, you know, seeing those planes crash into the buildings. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, man, this is crazy, you know. And we were worried about our families outside, and we were just worried about the world, period, just thinking like, wow, man, things are gonna change, it's gonna be all bad, you know, and you get this feeling of anxiety, you know, and hopelessness. And I remember talking to a CO, and he was telling me, you know, he was kind of cool with the inmates and whatnot, you know, and he was telling me that, you know, in their handbook, if martial law kicks in, you know, they're to lock us down and to gas us, everyone who is on level 4. I don't know if he was lying or just making the shit up or whatnot, you know what I mean, trying to scare us, but, you know, it was something that makes you think and wonder, like, man, you know, I'm scared, man, you know, martial law is gonna kick in, you know, and I was really worried about that, you know what I mean? So I could imagine what people were going through out in the free world. And I wasn't out here with you guys, but you were out here. A lot of you that are watching went through that. And, you know, I'm sure it felt like the way it felt for me, you know, a feeling of doom, worry, you know, is this gonna kick in, you know what I mean? And what happened, you know? People came together, some people acted funny, whatever, but for the most part, people felt a togetherness because, you know, a lot of people in this country were going through something together. Another crisis that you also have suffered during this lifetime was the financial crisis. And again, I was locked up for the financial crisis, so I didn't get to feel what you guys felt, but my wife, you know, she did. And I remember her telling me one day in visit, and she was crying, and she said, I only have $9 in my bank account. and I can't even buy some shoes for work. And I remember just her feeling this sense of, what's going to happen, am I going to be able to pay my bills? Am I going to be able to take care of my kid? She kind of felt, almost hopelessness, like we all feel right now, And, what I want to say to you guys is this, man. This all shall pass as things did in those times. You will get through this. But now that you're in this moment, you need to build the strength and to build yourself and to become better. When this is all over, you want to come out a new person, a more prepared person, and in order to do that, you need to really just embed yourself into this whole situation, man. As I said before, don't let fear take over you. This is the most pivotal moment in your life. This is either going to bring out the best in you or it's going to bring out the worst in you. And we've already seen this with people. So, as for myself, I feel like right now I'm thriving in this. I've done so much more with my life since this all began. It was a big reminder for me not to take anything for granted. And, that's what you should be thinking. Realize now that how much you took for granted. Being able to spend more time with your family is a great thing. A lot of people are, passing around memes about how they're getting on each other's nerves or whatnot. But realize this. At this moment, those people who are in your life, that's all you got. And you need to understand that that is a true blessing because people are choosing to be in your life. And, the freedoms that you do have right now, being able to walk outside of your house, enjoy this beautiful day, the sun, that's what you need to be doing. You might not be able to go hang out in state parks or go hang out in the park or whatever, or go hang out with your friends or get together and have a party or anything like that. But you have so much right here in front of you. Don't let that pass you by. Don't let your imagination of the future ruin your present. You need to embed yourself in this whole situation. Become stronger. My life right now is totally opposite from what I'm seeing online. I think that me and my wife get along a lot better, and me and my kids, we're spending more time together. We're having more conversations and, learning things together, and it's just, for me, it's amazing time, and I know that people are out there getting sick and they're suffering and people are, suffering within their families or whatnot. But what we got to realize is it's happening. And you need to be an alchemist. See the brighter side of everything, every situation. I know it's hard. I know I can sit here and say this to you and you feel like, man, it isn't like that, man. I feel like everything is just doom and gloom. But being an alchemist is seeing the brighter things of your situation, realizing what is not just what is happening, but what you have and what is going on in your life, period, that is in the positive. You know what I mean? You might lose what you thought was everything, your job and all this and that, but you still have your life. You're still able to breathe. Remember that you can rebuild. It's not over until you lay down in that casket. Whether you get sick or whatever, or people around you are dying, you need to realize this, man. You are in control of what you focus on and how you feel in that moment. Okay? So make this your opportunity for a better life. Again, this too shall pass. Okay? And remember, you've made it through a lot of shit in your life. But right now, take this moment and thrive. This is your pivotal moment. Don't focus on fear. Focus on growing. Focus on helping one another. And make the best of your situation. Be an alchemist. That's what I have for you guys today. I want you to know I love you all very much, and I appreciate you always supporting. You know what it is. Stay the fuck out of trouble.